Hello and welcome to a special edition, Father's Day edition of Jojo's Big Franken Beans, Central Virginia's sci-fi and pop culture comic book store chat. I'm one of your hosts, and to my left,
Your other host, Bean.
my other host, and to my right,
It's a guest star.
the guest star, the star of the show. Happy Father's Day,
Thank you.
Papa Bean. Papa Beans. So what have y'all been up to lately?
Well, I did get Frankie a gift, but he's not here to get it.
Poopy.
I know, so we'll just have to do that. We'll do that next time, I guess.
A reveal, the big reveal.
Right.
Yeah. Ray? I'm sorry, Papa Bean?
Well,
You want to introduce yourself?
I'm Pop. Apparently, I am Papa Bean, father of Bean, and that's who I am.
That's who you are?
Yeah.
Special interests include?
Oh well, I mostly I have been restoring a 1928 Model A for the past 15 years, and I am very close to getting it done. Believe it or not.
It's going to be vintage like 10 times over by the time you're done.
Yeah.
20 times over. Sweet.
But with it being Father's Day, we thought we'd do a Father's Day show. So
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
perfect timing, I guess.
Papa Bean. So the other day I was driving through. My parents and you live in. You and your wife live in the same neighborhood.
Yeah.
So I went to go visit my parents, and I ran in to y'all's, and it wasn't yours exactly, but your old school van. What was that?
Oh, that 1985
Yeah.
van that Joe used to drive?
Yeah, yeah.
No kidding.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's the bus." I mean, it used to drive us everywhere when we were kids, and I ran into it, and I was like, "Man, dude's going really slow, really creepy like." It was weird, but
It wasn't me. Well, that's
You're sure it was the same one?
it looked exact. It was gray with the what was it, red?
Maroon?
Yeah, stripe on it.
Mhm.
Like, it looked exactly like. I don't know if it was the original, but
I think Joe used it as a work van for a long time.
probably got all torn up.
I think it was when he had that painting business with Bub, and so I think there was paint all over it too.
I didn't see any paint on it, but actually I did take a picture. I meant to send it to everybody and I forgot. So I'll have to show it afterwards. It just rang a bell in my head. But yeah, the original van.
I would have never thought that would still be rolling around anywhere.
No way. No way. It shocked the crap out of me. Like, when it happened, I was in the car by myself, and I was just like, who am I going to tell? Like, I snapped a picture, and I was like, I can't text and drive. Like, I'm going to wreck here. Like, I put it down. It was actually right down the street from your house.
Well, that's amazing. I don't believe it's the same van because it was really ratted out when they got done with it. I'll tell you.
Well, the legend continues. I thought it was like haunting your house.
Maybe.
Cool. So we have a different rundown today.
Yeah, a little different. Yeah, we're doing things a little bit different, I think. So we always give everyone, the news. But we thought today we'd do a new segment. So we're still going to give everyone the news, but we're calling it something a little bit different. Now it's big time.
Big times, big news. Big time news. This is what's happening today. So the Flash movie is coming out, and there's a cameo from the CW Flash. So I think it's probably my guess is it's gonna tie into the multiverse somehow. So they're having Grant Gustin, which is actually the DC Flash from the series, teaming up with Ezra Miller, which is the Flash from the movies that everybody loves. So it's a spinoff from Flashpoint in the comics.
Oh, nice.
And I read somewhere that they're going to have both Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck come back as Batman characters.
Yeah, I knew about Keaton. I didn't know Affleck, but That's cool. Yeah, very cool.
They're also gonna debut Sahara Chali. I'm probably saying her name wrong because I say everybody's name wrong. Is Supergirl. So I guess they're not gonna bring the Supergirl from the
TV show.
TV show back in.
I think that show is ending. That might have something to do with it.
Yeah. Well, I figured they would. Maybe her contract didn't get renewed or something, and so they had to replace her. But yeah, I didn't have a release date for the Flash, but I thought it was kind of interesting news.
I like the kid who plays the Flash on TV.
Yeah.
The one from the movie, not so much.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's like the Barry Allen, who is Grant, really feels more like the Flash than the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. He just feels like he has the best balance of what I think a Flash is. Just personal opinion, though.
Yeah, the other guy really seems like a kid, like maybe he could be a Peter Parker or something, but I don't see him as the Flash.
No, not at all.
Have you seen the Flash show at all?
Yeah, I've seen the one on TV. The one on TV is more serious. The character is more serious, and the one in the movie is just
Dopey kid.
Goofy.
Yeah.
Kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I read a couple of the comics, and I didn't. I guess I kind of got a vibe of more of the Grant Barry Allen than Ezra, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So next in the news, the Spawn universe. So they're saying that it is the #1 selling comic in the 21st century, and it's not even out yet.
Yeah.
So they've sold more than 200,000 copies already.
Oh wow.
That is ridiculous.
That hasn't even on the market yet, right? They're like paying ahead of time.
Yeah.
So that's just what the stores have ordered that they anticipate they're going to sell.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, that's crazy. And one of the things behind that too is it's kind of back to what was happening in the 90s. So there's 8 different covers. So immediately, you're going to up the numbers because there's,
everybody's going to buy 8 different versions of the same thing.
Same book, right?
Just to have it.
Right. So, that's not putting down the numbers or anything. It's just, I guess, their strategy.
Yeah, I was checking it out, and apparently they're going to do a bunch of spin-offs kind of from it. King Spawn, Gunslinger, and The Scorched. So, and they were expecting to sell 200,000 of those. They haven't even been released to like pre-order or anything like that, but they're expecting to do another 200,000 of those. And I was like, man, Todd McFarlane's rolling in it. I mean, he's
sure
already
he is.
rolling in it, but then he's really going to be rolling in it.
If anyone deserves to be, it's him. I mean, you can't. I don't think you put any artist against him and come out on top. I mean, he's my all-time favorite artist.
He does a good balance of like kind of like creepy comic and still like good storyline. Kind of reminds me of, this is probably a bad analogy, but Army of Darkness or something like that. It's kind of got that evil feel, but it still has a kind of good, not kind of good, has a good storyline to it. I don't know. You into Spawn?
Not like you guys. I actually have a couple of Spawn little statues in my room because I thought they were kind of neat. But
Ben has a few as well.
Just a few.
A shelf full. So something else that we had in the news was really surprising is that I guess there is some controversy about Batman going down on Catwoman.
That's true. It's
So
been all over the internet.
Yeah, so Zack Snyder kind of went to Twitter and was kind of set some things to rest, I guess, saying, I guess HBO said that I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. When they tried to do an HBO show with Harley Quinn, they said you can't do that. Like, they absolutely not. That's not what superheroes do. And of course, in classic Zack Snyder fashion, yes, we can. He's there to bend the rules.
So this is what Zack Snyder posted here. That he put this up on Twitter with the comment "canon," and that was it.
How do you feel about that, Ray?
I was daydreaming. What was
Batman go. Are we not entertaining to you,
yeah.
Ray?
Well, that part was entertaining. I got the Batman and Catwoman part, but then I started just going in a daze.
Were you thinking about Batman going?
Yeah,
down
I
on
was.
Catwoman?
Yeah, that was it. That really threw me off. I got that in my mind and couldn't get off of it.
Neither could he.
Well, I think my favorite comment on this was from the showrunner. I forget his name, but he said, "Why wouldn't Batman do that? Is he a selfish lover?"
He's a man too. I mean, he's got to get his. I mean, he's got to get some reward for like fighting crime and getting beat up all the time. You know, why can't he have like a side life, side chick, cat?
And if anyone hasn't seen this Harley Quinn show, they're pushing the boundaries the whole time. I mean, it's not a kids show. It's not it's not a younger audience comic book show. It is meant R-rated adults, and they're really pushing the boundaries. And so to me, it's understandable that they brought up this idea. You know, it didn't come completely out of left field. I mean, they're trying to see how much they can get away with.
Comics aren't for kids anymore. I mean,
I don't think kids have an interest in it anymore. When I go into the comic book store, it's all 40-year-old guys like me in there. I don't see kids in there.
Yeah, now they're starting to appeal to the, I guess, dirtier adult side of things.
I guess so.
That can handle, and not take, some little kid watches that, they get all, crazy about it. But anyways, in other news, so there is an adventure of, what is this?
The Adventures of Adrian James in the Heavy Metal magazine.
So I've never been a heavy metal fan. Heavy Metal magazine.
It's you've seen the movie, right?
Yeah, it's been a long time. It's been a really long time. That's a crazy movie.
That's what the magazine is. It's little short stories. I guess my problem with it is, oh, sorry guys, I just started the music by accident.
I kind of like the music. That's your intro to your problem.
Let me make sure that that's not going to happen again.
So Ray, you said that you used to have heavy metal?
Yeah, are we back
magazine?
on talking?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We never got off.
Oh, okay.
I just made a mistake over here pushing buttons.
Heavy metal back in the 70s and the 80s, I really enjoyed. They had short stories.
Mm-hmm.
It was mostly science fiction. It would be on a planet where the hero was doing something, and a lot of the stories had twists in it, and it was a real enjoyable magazine. And then they started disappearing, and the last time I saw one, I really didn't enjoy it. I got one about 6 years ago, I guess it was. I found one. I said, hey, Heavy Metal magazine. They got it out again. And I got it, and I looked at it, and I didn't enjoy it at all.
Was it like dirty or just not?
No, it was too, I forget exactly why, but the stories didn't click, and they just weren't, it wasn't there. It wasn't like it was. So I don't know what it is right now.
Mm-hmm.
What was your problem with it, Ben?
So, like this Adrian Jones story. So it's supposed to be like Indiana Jones in space, and it looks really great. I mean, the artwork looks great. It's probably going to be a great story. But the trouble for me is, like this storyline is going to appear once every 2 months.
Ugh.
So you get a chunk of the story, then you wait 2 months, then you get another chunk of the story. Now, a lot of comic books are monthly. And that's fine, a monthly thing. But 2 months that's too long. And that's what I find with Heavy Metal magazine when I get it is, there's too much gap between the stories. I would just prefer a longer chunk of story and more consistent when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Because 2 months later, I'm like, all right, well, what in the world happened in the story? Now I got to go back and read it again.
I was gonna say, do they jump off of each other, or is this like a X-Files thing where it's like
it's a continuous
whole new
story.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. Sometimes in the magazine they do have just a little short story, but more times than not, it's a continuous thing. And if you're not going to do it every month, It's kind of hard to keep up with.
Yeah, you lose interest.
Mm-hmm.
You got other things going on in your life and you're like, whatever, I'll eventually get to that. It turns into that situation instead of like a need for like, oh, I can't wait for that next one. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, 2 months, I'll watch it later. I'll read it later.
But it has. I didn't even realize they were still printing heavy metal, so I might check it out just to see if see what it's like again.
So it's it's a female Indiana Jones. So I guess it's like treasure hunting, right?
Yeah. From what I read, there's some type of artifact that she's going after that can either destroy their world or something along those lines. So
Sounds like Guardians of the Galaxy.
that's exactly what they said. It was like a cross between Indiana Jones and Guardians of the Galaxy.
That should be cool then.
Yeah, I would think so.
I'll check out one, and if it's crappy, then I probably won't get the next one.
And you can actually you don't even have to get it from your comic book store if your comic store doesn't carry it or whatever. You can go on to the Heavy Metal website. I think it's actually just heavymetal.com if I remember right, and you can order it directly from the publisher.
Oh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We have some D&D Live coming on in 2021. So they're doing D&D with some celebrities. Looks like it's going to be led by Jack Black and Kevin Smith, which that would be a great duo.
Yes, it would.
That would be super funny together. I love Jack Black. Kevin Smith's good too. And then it looks like they're going to have a bunch of celebrity guests scheduled for July 16th and 17th. It's a free streaming. You can get it on G4, Dungeons and Dragons channel. You can get it on Twitch. You can see it on YouTube, and then NBC's Peacock service.
Mm-hmm.
And all the proceeds from the streaming is actually going to Extra Life, which is a charity fund for Children's Miracle Network hospitals, to help kids out. So even if you don't care about D&D, you should still at least play it on YouTube so they get some type of and y'all should do that for this too. At least let it play so that the proceeds are going to a great cause.
Yeah, and I've seen that they've had a lot of these celebrities Dungeon and Dragons games, but I've never wanted to watch one before. But with Kevin Smith and Jack Black, I think I want to watch this one
for sure.
And of course, with Kevin Smith being there, Jason Mewes is going to be there too. I think it could be interesting. And between Jack Black and Kevin Smith, I don't see how anyone's going to get a word in edgewise.
Not at all. Not at all. Celebrities are going to be like, you want me to do what? Nah, not with those two. Y'all are going to have to do this on your own. Yeah, it should be good. Ray, when's the last time you did some D&D?
Here at this house we did. It wouldn't be D&D, but it's role-playing games.
I think it was the last time I did it too.
Yeah.
I think pre-pandemic we used to do game night.
Yeah.
That was fun.
That was a while ago. Man, we should probably get back into that. Maybe do a podcast recording and then a game night. Do some heroes or something like that.
Yeah.
So I got for the Father's Day special, I went and created kind of like a mini game for you, Papa Bean.
Oh yeah,
Papa Bean.
Don't expect a lot.
Oh no, you'll be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to describe a dad and kind of like his relationship, his underlying relationship, like how he is a dad, became a dad, and then you get to guess who that dad is. You don't have to give us the real person's name. You can give us the fictional character's name, because these are all sci-fi dads. So you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So I have 2 sons. One's blood related and one isn't. Clue number 2, I'm missing one eye, and the other one is covered in a gold patch.
Oh, I know who it is.
All right.
Well, that's pretty good.
Number 3, I am the king of Asgard.
Oh, that's I forget his name.
Can you name his 2 sons?
Thor and Loki.
Yeah, there you go.
And Odin.
There you go.
All
Ding,
right.
ding, ding. Winner, winner,
job.
chicken dinner. Okay, got another one for you. All right. I gave life to twins, a boy and a girl. When I reconnected with my son, I needed his help. My kids are fighting on opposing sides that I am on. My famous line is, Luke, I am not your father.
Oh, yes. Oh.
I am not your father.
I am not your father. Oh, I am your father. Oh, crap.
I don't think that's really the line either.
Oh, is it?
That is
Yeah, but
Darth Vader. I can guess
I'm
that
sure
one.
when I
He's
said
right there.
Yeah. I am not your father? Luke, I am your father. Oh, I screwed that one up, but
I
whatever.
think it's
That's
just
all right.
I am your
understood
father.
I
what
am
it
your
was.
I don't
father.
think he says Luke. That's the way everyone remembers it, including me.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
But that's not what he says. I think he just says, I am your father.
Maybe I should have Googled these instead of just pulling them out of my own head. Okay, you ready for the next one?
Sure.
I have twin boys. One is special and one is not. I'm not embarrassed to wear my jammies in public. I am from Krypton.
Have twin boys.
He's talking about a very specific storyline.
Yeah, I know, and I don't know what
We're going to
the-
discuss it later.
Today.
the
All right.
Superman and Lois.
there-
Uh-huh.
Well,
Yep.
they weren't twin boys though.
They were.
They were.
Yep.
They are. Were. The show's still on. They are.
Oh,
The
I
next
thought
one was-
I thought the one guy was older than Superman.
No?
No, they're
They're,
the
they're,
same
they're
age?
twins.
Oh, I didn't catch that part on there.
Yeah, rewatch it. My last clue was my name is Kal-El. I didn't want to do that one until the end, but if you didn't get it by then you wouldn't have gotten it at all. All right, so I'm throwing in a kind of twister in here, right? Well, this might throw you off a little bit. In real life, I have kids, but in my TV role, I do not. But I am a father figure to the whole crew, being supportive, nurturing, and understanding when necessities arise, and dispensing wisdom and offering guidance. I can be stern with discipline, and I call out others in situations.
Wow, I have no idea.
That
Okay?
must be me.
My famous word is engage.
Oh, that's Picard.
There you go.
Yeah, John Luke.
Yeah, Jean-Luc Picard. So the last one was my metaphorical kids include Wesley Crusher, Beverly Crusher, LaForge, and Data. Is it Data or Data?
Data.
Data. Yeah.
Potato.
There's actually an episode where they address that. There's a character that calls him Data, and he gets upset about. Oh, it's the they brought in that replacement doctor. They took Beverly Crusher away in season 2, and they came back with the other doctor who wasn't as good. And then she doesn't like Data, and she's calling him Data, and he gets upset, and she says, "Well, what difference does it make?" And he says, "That is not my name."
He kind of has a point though. Like if you called me like, I don't know, real name is Jason. If you call me like Hasten all the time, or you can call me Big. That's socially acceptable for me. But if you call me, a little something different, I don't know if I'd get mad. But if I did get mad and you continued to do it the wrong way, then I'd probably be pretty mad.
Yeah.
I'd get pissed. So, anyways, so that's it for big time news, and didn't really call it, but who's your daddy trivia, and now on to Loki episode 2.
Loki episode 2.
So we all watched it.
We did.
Yeah.
Um,
I missed the part about him being twins. I really didn't catch them being twins.
That's Superman and Lois.
That's Superman
Hold
and
on.
Lois.
Twins?
yeah, the boys, Jonathan and
We're doing
Jordan, were the ones he was talking about in the game.
Oh, the
Yeah.
young boys.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought they were talking about Superman and the other guy. They're brothers too. Now.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes
I
sense.
I didn't put that. Yeah.
Yeah, they're brothers too.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Superman's kids. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
See, you got me all messed up.
maybe we should just do Superman and Lois episode 10. No, Loki episode 2. What did y'all think? We all watched it.
I enjoyed it quite a bit. I really enjoyed right off the bat. They come out to the scene where it looks like it's medieval England, and then immediately you have Wisconsin, right? The title, and it's 1985 because they're at the Renfest. So I mean that was trickery, Loki trickery right off the bat, first frame.
For sure.
So I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Wasn't Back to the Future in 1985?
It was. Ah.
Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, isn't Back to the Future 1985? Are they doing another play on a play? Like,
I bet, I didn't put that together until you just said it, but I bet there was part of it, I mean, why pick 1985?
Yeah, you could have just said 1982 or, 4 or whatever. I thought that was interesting. Definitely a good episode, though, and we find out who Loki really is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or the second Loki, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So he's chasing, and it sounds like in the whole series, he's just going to be chasing himself, but in different versions of himself.
Well, I think the whole series is only 6 episodes. We're already too deep.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So there's only 4 left.
Man.
I think it's all going to be centered around this one Loki character. I don't think he's going to be chasing multiples. But I could be wrong, but I that's what I think. I was pretty disappointed when I saw female Loki. I'll be honest.
You want her to be hotter?
No. So that's just the go-to now. It's make every character female. Because and it makes sense from a business standpoint because, let's face it, a comic book audience is stereotypically a male audience.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to grow your audience, where are you going to go? But come on, I mean it's just constant. Every single. I mean they're even in the new Thor movie. Jane Foster is going to be Thor.
Yep.
And it's just, do you have any other ideas? So yeah, I was extremely disappointed because I was on the edge of my seat. Why did they not show his face? Is he he's scarred up, or is it not really Loki? Is it somebody else? And then when they just show female Loki, I was like, oh.
So did you notice at the end they actually gave female Loki a name?
No.
I'm sure there's a comic with female Loki. I don't.
It was like Sylvia or something like that. So I was watching through the credits and I'm like, yeah, normally you only get through the first little bit of the credits before you do something else or whatever. And I happened to see like the first couple, and I think she was like 2 or 3 down, and it said Sylvia, and then it said her real name, which I don't remember what that was. But I was like, hold on, she's got a real name, like in the series, so that might come into play somewhere, or in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't do enough research on it. Normally, I'm really good about that, but she might have another tie-in, maybe to the multiverse.
Yeah, that's where she come from, the multiverse. He's Loki in another universe.
Mm-hmm.
I think we got a glimpse on where the show is going too, like when he's what's that clock's name? Is it Miss Minutes?
Yep.
So when he's talking to Miss Minutes, they talk about what could destroy the timeline, and I think that's exactly where the show is going. I mean, the whole reason behind them giving that information was to let you know where it was going. I guess that's obvious, but I just thought I'd mention that.
Yeah, no, and even Loki was kind of talking about it, where he was like, okay, the other Loki, where can I hide? Well, if there's going to be a natural disaster and the timeline's going to go that way anyway, you can go and do whatever you want, and it doesn't make a ripple effect.
Right, in the apocalypse.
Exactly. And then they ended up picking a place in the future that's going to have that, but then they were, and to me it kind of felt like they were going to make the ripple effect before the natural disaster and split the timeline right there, and then the disaster was going to happen and maybe they can't fix it, or maybe it was going to be hard to go back and fix, or Loki was going to have to go out to all these different timelines and fix every single one. So that was going to start. I didn't realize it was only 6 episodes, though. They don't have enough time.
Yeah, they did show the timeline, though, with everything coming off of it.
Actually, they probably have all the time in the world because of the TVA.
Well, no, remember Owen Wilson, Mobius, said, you can't go back before the incident and correct it before the incident.
Matthew McConaughey. all right.
With this episode, I think we truly saw who the real star of this show is, and I think they misnamed the show. It should have been called Mobius.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, when you got him, Owen Wilson, next to Loki, I mean, it's just that's where your attention is.
Mm-hmm.
He is the star of the show, whether they want him to be or not.
Yeah, he's really good. I mean, he's a great actor. What'd you think, Papa Bean?
I really enjoyed it, and I like that actor who's playing Mobius.
Matthew McConaughey.
that's Owen Wilson.
Owen Wilson. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the actors' names. I'm lucky to remember the characters' names. I just watched the story, but I really enjoyed that particular actor. He does a good job in everything he's in.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel
does
about
a lot of comedy?
How do you feel about having a female Loki?
That doesn't matter to me as long as she's good looking. She was pretty good.
Oh, you do realize your wife is going to watch this,
Yeah.
right? You're going to get hated on later. Don't worry, I've already been there.
That's one of the draws to comics, is having a really attractive woman in a skimpy, real tight fitting suit, with the breast poking out of the top. That makes the comic.
It seems like most of the ladies in comics are that way.
Yes.
Think of Wonder Woman, She-Hulk.
Yes.
Like, I guess they all are that way.
Well, it's everybody. It's not. It's men and women are like physical perfection in a comic book. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I had no, I was shocked. I was not expecting that at all. I was, like you say, maybe not even have a face or something weird like that. But he went right after her when they went through the portal or whatever it was. He was. I don't know what he's going to do. But
I feel like Lone Star and Barf from Spaceballs doesn't fit that mold, though. They were superheroes in my eyes, and they don't have the chiseled body.
I'm sure there's a comic book somewhere with those two in it.
Yeah, yeah, and they're fat and happy. Did you get anything else from it, Papa Bean? You enjoyed it, though.
Oh yeah, it really keeps your attention, and the way Loki is going to do his. It looks to me like he is always going to do strange things, but he is not necessarily going to turn and do bad things to like Mobius or something. He might do something to irritate the hell out of him and things that he doesn't want done, but I don't believe he'll destroy them.
So, like when he jumped through the portal at the end, Mobius told him to stop, and he was like,
he's going to do his own thing.
That's the Loki way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where do you think he went?
Wherever that gal went.
You'd chase her too, wouldn't you? Well, cool. Superman and Lois, episode 10. I actually watched that one this morning, or I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning for some reason.
I did the same thing. I actually woke up thinking I was going to work.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
Actually, that is.
It was actually pretty good because it was like, wait a minute, I don't have to go today.
I'll just sit here in my boxers for a while longer.
The funny thing is, I still went.
What?
I forgot Frankie's present at work,
Oh.
and so I went back thinking he was going to be here today and to get it, and but he's not here.
At least it's a quick, switch and bait. Like, you just run in there and you grab what you need and you get out. Somebody asks you a question, you go, nope, not working today.
Well, I didn't even see anybody.
Oh, nice. Good. Superman and Lois. Man, this episode was crazy. I mean, it starts off with a rumble between brothers.
Yeah.
Morgan Edge, Superman. I thought Superman was going to get his butt kicked, and he did.
That's the way it started.
He did. Did you like the episode?
Oh yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So how'd you feel about people going into the, I don't know what they called it, the extractor? No, that little...
The machine, you mean?
Yeah, the machine. But it was crazy that it was actually created by Superman's mom.
Yeah.
That was a nice little twist in there, because they found the guy, the scientist, and they were like, you know, how do you reverse this or whatever? And he was like, you got to find the creator. And I was like, all right, there's no, you know, and then you find out it's Superman's mom. I'm like, well, this is done and over with. And I was like, holy crap, they brought her back to life.
Yeah. I didn't like the whole thing, the premise that Superman might turn his loyalties because he might get his mom back. I didn't think that was plausible, because, all right, so Superman leaves Krypton when he's a baby, doesn't even know his mother, right? So Martha Kent is his mother as far as he's concerned. He's had contact with Jor-El, but no contact whatsoever with his mother. So we're to believe he's gonna turn on his wife, his kids, and everything he's ever known because she might come back. I was just like, nah. That's if they had made it Jor-El that he's had contact with, maybe. But even that, I mean, I think we were talking about it last time. I just don't think they built that up to the point where you could truly believe, oh, he might do it.
So they did a snapshot of, we all know how Superman came to Earth, and he had those nurturing parents that grabbed him, you know, foster parents that grabbed him and, you know, taught him the right from the wrong, and like took care of him when he like fell down and when he got his heart broken and stuff like that. And it starts off and it shows the background of Morgan Edge, where as soon as he gets out of the escape pod, he's getting shot at, right? And he's getting captured and thrown into jail. And I have a degree in psychology, and the only thing I could think of was the nature-nurture theory. Like, you know, is it... So they both have the same genes, technically, right? So they're both...
at least halfway.
Yeah, kind of. But they were both brought up in two different elements, two different worlds.
Right.
So I was like, all right, well, they got the same genes. This guy was treated like crap. Now he's trying to kill everybody. This guy was treated good, and now he's, like, doing good things for the whole world. You know, it was kind of a reflection of like a dad moment where, hey, happy Father's Day, Ray. You did a great job of raising your kids, and they've turned out to be great individuals. I'm so glad you didn't shoot at them or anything, because we probably wouldn't be here. So it kind of gave me like an appreciation for like dads and parents in general, just kind of like bringing up their kids and teaching them the right thing. Feel sorry for the ones that aren't taught the right thing.
The ones that are shot at.
Yeah, but I guess that's debatable. I guess some people are like, you know, let them jump into the fire. But thought it was a whole nature-nurture thing when it showed that too.
Yeah.
I was a little worried because in that episode they depicted this lady who made this machine to bring her race back, and Superman never really knew his mother. He didn't have any idea what her moral compass was.
True.
And she had already left his father. I forget how they separated, and he got with another man and had another kid and sent him off. So you didn't know. I had no idea whether she would still be more like moral as Superman, or have her own agenda when they brought her through.
Yeah. There was like
I was worried about
there.
that a little bit.
Yeah. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was the way I thought that was the way it was going to go too. And I thought Lana Lang was going to be, you know, out. But that didn't happen.
So the very end, Superman blows up, I call it an Easter egg or whatever, that crystal, the X-Kryptonite, and like all the other super Kryptons, they all laser beam the egg, right?
Yeah.
So they all like fall to the earth, and they're waking up and they're fine. And then you see Superman, which is at the Fortress of Solitude, and I'm like, oh crap! Like, is he actually gonna make it? But then you see Morgan Edge and Leslie Lars, and I can't tell. It looks like they're at a mine, and I thought it was like the Morgan Edge mine where he's trying to get all the X-Kryptonite. Morgan Edge is like, this isn't over.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
like it seems like it's over for, well, Superman for one, and probably Morgan Edge after all of his Kryptonians get fried. But Morgan Edge is not done.
I don't know. I completely agree. I don't know what it was, but the shot where the one you were just describing, with the Kryptonians using their laser vision and Superman using his, the shot of all their faces with all the laser beams, it was just comical to me. I was just,
yeah.
I didn't know why it was funny, but it was comical to me for some reason.
Yeah.
I was wondering, you know, they're getting ready to give that great big pulse, and all the people are going to change back, and they're 10,000 feet in the air.
Right.
How come they didn't die when they landed? They're not super anymore.
I thought the same thing.
That's a really good point. You just see people falling out of the sky.
They're not super anymore.
Nope.
Maybe
So I think that was a little overlooked there.
Yep. And then if it's as intense as the sun, that's what they said. It takes a power source as intense as the sun. Now the sun's much further away than Superman is, and all of a sudden he ignited a sun like in the Earth's atmosphere. I think that might be bad.
everybody has like radiation poisoning. So the thought that crossed my mind to Ray's point is, what about the other people that were not Kryptonians that were standing around, and like all these bodies were flying out of coming like raining down, like you're standing there like, whoa, oh my, wow, like just bodies coming down.
And they were all from Smallville, right? So, is that Mom?
Yeah, exactly. Uncle Larry, what are you doing over there? Where the hell did you come from? Yeah, how many episodes? Did it include how many episodes we have of Superman and Lois?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Maybe I can look it up real quick.
But I'm still glad it's not over and we have more to go. I know there is another one because my wife said, is this the season finale? And then at the end it showed like what's up next.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, well, it can't be. They're already showing previews for the next episode. But I'm glad Superman and Lois came into my life.
We'll see if IMDb will be my friend here. 16 episodes.
Oh, wow. Yes. We got a long way to go.
It's only 6.
That's, I mean, Loki's only 6, already 2 down. There's only 4 more. I feel good about another 6 as Superman and Lois. I think Morgan Edge is going to go crazy and try. I'm sure they won't try again with resurrecting the people from Krypton, but who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Edge is the long-term villain in this show, or if he's the season 1 villain. I'd kind of like to see him just be the season 1 villain. I'd like to move on to a Lex Luthor or a Bizarro, or see some other people.
And I didn't really hate on Morgan Edge for beating his brother Superman up, because sometimes I feel like I just want to smack my brothers in the head and I have to resist. So I was kind of like, yeah, get him. I mean, oh no, my heart. But it's all good. Well, Papa Ray, Papa Beans, thanks for joining us, man. Happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so do y'all have big plans for tomorrow?
Just going over to their house and gonna hang out, and my brother's gonna be there. And,
oh.
Yeah, so it should be a good time.
Nice.
You should stop by.
Actually, my family is coming up to my house at, I think, 1, 2 o'clock.
Your brothers too?
Well, one of them, yes. So
Your other brother's in Texas?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we'll probably FaceTime him and his family. But, yeah, so everybody's coming to my house. If it was at my parents' house, since y'all live in the same neighborhood, I could have hit 2 Father's Day meals and just gone gluttony. But maybe next Father's Day I'll be there.
You're going to miss a pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, All right, maybe I will stop by. Well, appreciate you being on the show.
It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. It's nice.
So what you're saying is you might actually come back if we invite you?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Mikey might be out. Ray's in. Nah, we can't get rid of Frankie. Well, awesome. Well, appreciate everybody joining us, and happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
See you next time.